Oh, shiny. Hey, Kels. Channel. Tarot. Oracle. Savy. Gotta guess. What was that? I gotta rewrite this channel that I just got. Make it legible. I don't even know what deck I'm supposed to use yet. Give y'all a couple minutes to get up in here. Shout out to everybody who came right in and liked the video. Y'all are gang gang. Ready. On this lovely Wednesday. I think it's pretty legible. I don't think I need to write it all out. I don't have a lot of time. Baby, when it rains, it pours. Isn't life worth more? Baby, when I look into your eyes, you're the one I want in my life. How to describe the way that you make me feel inside. Got one more minute. Y'all got y'all bevies? So y'all got your full mod if you like that, if you need that, if you want that. Y'all got y'all snacks? Did y'all tap in with your ancestors, your angels, your spirit guides, spirit gang, and ask for a message in this thing? Okay, Wednesday, I see you. Ay, Dios mío. Okay. All right. I guess I'm not gonna write it all down. Everybody here, how y'all doing? It's a lot though. Okay, so I'm gonna just whatever deck spirit lead me to, that's the deck I'm gonna use. I'm about to put this in subscriber mode only, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that if you want to be part of the chat. This is how we keep the riffraff from riffraffing. Hi, Willis. All right, so what's up, girl boyfriend? They, them, how y'all doing? Well, I hope. It's your girl, Savy from Savy Cynthia, and welcome to today's reading. If you all are new here, hello and welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Please make sure that you do the things, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and say hello in the comments below. If you are looking to book a personal reading, you can only do that at SavyCynthia.com. I do not reach out. I will not be in the comments scamming. I will not slide in any of your DMs on any of your platforms. I don't even have a TikTok anymore. And I do not have a WhatsApp. I do not have a WhatsApp. I do not have a WhatsApp. Okay, don't get scammed. If you don't see my beautiful face when you think you're getting a reading from me, then you're not getting a reading from me. All my readings are done via Zoom or recorded video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. I did have time to channel us a message today, and the message that came through was very fascinating. So we actually had two different energies come through during the channel. The first one was a lighter energy. And it said, it started with laughter. And it said, we think you are ready to be trusted with a truth that has been hidden for too long. Each day you are here on this plane, you are getting to experience something that you never thought you could. It's all part of your development into a higher being. You will need this experience in your next. And it felt like it wanted to say incarnation. And then it also felt like it wanted to say lifetime. So some of you all are not going to be like reincarnating as a human being. You're not going to be on the earthly plane ever again. Your next incarnation is going to be in the higher realms on a higher dimensional plane. Okay, for some of you all, you will be reincarnating here into another lifetime. So that's why there was a split kind of conversation. The second energy that came through was a more strict, like more stern kind of energy. And it feels like it was responding to a question that someone in this collective may have. Someone in this collective, and I feel like this is like cross watcher, low vibrational kind of energy, or someone who has done a lot of fucked up, excuse-moi, but a lot of messed up things in their lifetime. And what this energy said was, hell is not a physical place, but an experience of your psyche. You do not need to die to experience it. So this, like I said, felt like it was in like direct, it felt like a direct response, like someone was concerned about where they would even be going once this life was over. I don't know who it is, not my business. That's between you, your spirit guides, your angels, and your ancestors, and them. But just know that lake of fire, that all of that, they saying that's not a thing. This is a space that your psyche enters, and an experience that your psyche has. Not even your physical body, not your spiritual entity, your spiritual body, your, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's getting very specifically like what makes up your mind, your being, like that goes into this darkness, into this dark place. And that's something that you will have to experience if that's what's meant for you. I don't know who that is for. But like I said, you're going to have to chop it up with your people. But if you have a real concern about hell and you don't think that's a place you want to go, if you think it's a possibility for yourself, perhaps now is the time to do some repentance. I don't know. All right, Spirit, speak to me, speak through me. What's going on here? It's a lot happening. A lot happening for the homies. All right, what's at the core of this reading here, Spirit? What is it that my collective is meant to be learning here? For the majority of you, though, you are elevating into a higher, whether you come back into another lifetime or whether you come back into a higher dimensional plane, you're going to be a higher being. You're going to be a higher level being. You're going to be a more evolved spirit. What's at the center of this reading is the Seven of Wands. This is the energy of protection, defending everything that you have created and built for yourself, your reputation, your name. There may be opposition, but I feel like there's no one who can take from you what you have built or what you will be obtaining. What's crossing this energy with the Seven of Wands? Nine of Cups. Yeah, you're about to obtain some type of happiness, some type of emotional fulfillment. And it feels like it's divinely protected. Your path is divinely protected. The experiences that you have, good, bad, or ugly, are divinely protected. You're not going to be able to be hurt on this path. Again, Spirit, like I said, Spirit is saying everything that you're experiencing here is meant to elevate you as a being, and it will be necessary. It will be needed in your next incarnation. What's at the bottom, or what's at the root of this energy? The way you came in here like church, Sister Savy, Brother Black Lion. The Knight of Wands is at the bottom of this energy. It's at the root of this energy. And I'm automatically getting this energy of heroism. So like everything that you are obtaining here on this plane in this lifetime, what I'm feeling is preparing you to be a hero in some way, shape, or form in the next incarnation. If you all are going to be higher beings, you all are going to be the ones who surround, who protect, who... Okay, this is crazy. Like, high key, some of y'all are just going to be ancestors. Like, after this, y'all not coming back. You're going to be ancestors. You're going to be spirit guides. You're going to be, like, literally protection to who's left here on the earthly plane. Some of you all, when you do incarnate again, you're going to be... They're telling me like Martin Luther King, MLK. You're going to be like freedom fighters. You're going to be those who keep order. You're going to be the ones who keep order. So what we're currently experiencing, y'all know what we're currently experiencing. Just, in this timeline right now. Like, this is the beginning of, they wanted me to say New World Order. It's so cliche, but it is literally it's literally a new world that is being ordered. And there are certain systems, there's going to be certain ways of doing things that are laid out And when you come back, when you incarnate again, you will be an order keeper. You will be, okay. Spirit says, okay, so the ones that are coming back, you are supposed to be the physical order keepers, while the ones who are going to be in spirit are going to be like the spiritual order keepers, like the reinforcement to the physical beings that are here to make order. Earth has gotten too out of control. Things have gotten too out of control. And the things that you are experiencing now are going to be integrated into your like spiritual memory. This is not, you know how they say before we come back, like we have an assignment and then we like forget it when we come back. Y'all are not forgetting anything. Y'all are coming back with the knowledge of what you're here to do. This is an interesting message. Like these messages have been on one lately. Tell me about the recent past, Spirit, or the past energy for this collective. Three of Swords, yeah. And the past would be what we're presently experiencing. The pain, the disappointment, the intentional infliction of damage by certain groups. Okay, before I go into the possible future and the expected future, we're going to start clarifying because I feel like we have to dig into this now. So we are all being prepared to be the heroes of the next incarnation. I guess it feels like it's still the same timeline, but at the same time it's not. And also, you know, like timelines lay on top of each other. They run, you know, simultaneously. They run separately from each other. They like past, present, and future are all happening at the same time. So, but just in a 3D terminology, this is going to be in the future. Like we all transition and then we come back, some in spirit, some physically. But the past would be what we're currently experiencing on a 5D level. And that's what we're seeing happen in real time. Tell me about the Three of Swords. I hope, is this making sense? I'm trying to make it as clear as it can be for it to be such a complicated message. The Eight of Swords, though, is what's clarifying the Three of Swords. So this is the freedom from the disgusting behaviors, the things that weigh heavily on the collective right now. Spirit is saying, even though it looks crazy outside, even though it is a lot to take in, this is a symptom of like breakthrough, of freedom, of rebuilding. It is a collapse, but a collapse that will bring about the new. So this is like a breaking out of sorts, even though it seems so oppressive and it seems so heavy for most people. It's actually a breaking free, a breaking out, a prison break. It's like a prison break from Prison Planet. Like, but high key, like we're breaking the matrix. We're Starting the new world. Starting the new world. This is the beginning of a new expedition for a new Earth, new planet. It does seem like America is going to be the last to get on board. But you're here to experience this. I'm hearing the word griots. Like I said, you're not going to be forgetting. When you come back, you're coming back with the knowledge of what happened here. So you will be able to tell a story about this timeline, even if it sounds like fantasy, even if it sounds like a fairy tale. There will be an understanding, at least within yourself, that the story that you're telling is actually true. All right, tell me about the near future or the possible future for the collective here. Queen of Wands. With the Queen of Wands energy, I'm getting that some of you all, the attention starts now. The focus on you starts now. Some of you all may be raising your voice against what's happening in the world. Some of you all are being platformed or do have platforms. Some of you all are being very vocal within your communities, within your families, within your, for some of you, your workplace. Some of you all are truth speakers. We have the Seven of Cups coming out in the reverse. You have the ability to see through. You have the ability to see through the bullshit with clarity. For some of you, this has always been the case. While it may not have necessarily been about these files specifically, for some of you, there has been things over the years that you called out long before they proven. I'm about to say proven. Long before they proved to be true. You called out government corruption. Very specifically, they're saying you might have called out like those, for 10 cents a day, you could feed a hungry African child. Like those kind of things. For somebody here, y'all have been calling bullshit on those specific commercials since day one, since the first time you've laid eyes on it. You was like, 2 + 2 is not equaling 4. But just so it feels like you've been speaking truth about what's happening around us for a very long time. For some of you all, it was even in your childhood. Even if people didn't believe you, you did have a specific conviction, like you knew, bruh, I'm not making this shit up. Look who's here, clarifying all of this. High Priestess. Some of y'all been tapped in, been able to see what was supposed to be hidden, been able to see the bullshit, the lies, the corruption. When they was trying to throw a veil over the collective, you've been able to see through the veil. Some of you all may have even had some suspicion about what has recently been revealed, like the cannibalism of it all. Some of you all have been talking about that. Okay, so some of y'all, okay, Spirit just says Soylent Green and the what's that? The baby blood the baby blood facials. Like some of y'all are known within your communities, families, or whatever, to be this conspiracy theorist. Like, you're the one that everyone needs to apologize to now, because everything is coming to light, and it's true. It's true, and there's physical proof that the whole world is seeing. So, with this being the possible future, there's so much more that you're about to call out. There's so much more that you've said in the past that is about to be proven to be true. So, if you're feeling unsure about these conspiracies that people think you're crazy for believing, stand on business, because you're about to be vindicated. There's more coming out. And it's some shit that you said that people looked at you crazy about, and it's going to be vindicated. The reason why you move this way, in life, is just like the channel message said. Like, you're having certain experiences here because you're going to be a higher level being in the next incarnation, lifetime, or timeline. Some of you all have been this before in your past. You have been the Martin Luther Kings and the MLKs. You have been the ones speaking truth to power. For some of you, that's how you met your demise. What's the expected future here? Look. Once again, it's the Page of Wands. This is the beginning of a new age. Welcome to the new age. To the new age is what I'm hearing. Okay, so again, I feel like some of y'all already knew this. You already seen this. Like, even though it's so chaotic outside, even though it's so chaotic outside, I feel like you all are really just, with the hang-on energy, being in this uncomfortable space, but being enlightened. Like, even though it's real ghetto outside, y'all have the understanding that, like, this is for the emerging of a new world. Piscean energy twice with the High Priestess and the Hanged. You all have always known, whether consciously or subconsciously, like, that's what this has all been for. This is why you're here. This is what these experiences are for. Even if you do feel empathetic for what's going on, if you are having a hard time, like, seeing everything that's going on, it feels like there's this understanding that you have that it's necessary. There's this understanding that you have that we just have to keep going through it. Like, only way out is through. So even if you, like, sit and you intake all the information, you watch the news, you watch the videos, you know that there's good that comes from all of this. Even in your discomfort, you're able to find some type of solace because you understand that the world is being recalibrated. All right, spirits, tell me what is the energy of my collective right here. You all are so in alignment. Your energy is the Lovers. You all are in alignment with like beings. You and people you don't even know physically are in connection. Your spirit bodies, your souls, all y'all heads is lit up like this. Everybody is tapped in with one another. Everyone's on the same page. Those of you who were sent here for this, everyone's on the same page. So yeah, y'all are feeling the hurt, the pain, the sadness in the world. A lot of you, I literally be sitting over here, not sad at all. I do look at what's going on. I do listen to, like some of the things happening with like Congress and all of that. I listen to the court hearings, but I find myself just randomly crying, not boohoo crying, but just tears that I'm not crying. And I just know that I'm crying for the collective. I am purging for the collective. There's a lot of emotions that I feel, but I know are not actively mine. I feel like a lot of you all are going through that. And what I'm seeing is like spirit is showing me like a pressure valve, like being released. Like there's so much of this built up emotional energy that the collective is holding. And we are supposed to be releasing some of the pressure. So if you feel like you're crying and you don't know why, if you feel like you're emotional and you don't know why, if you feel like you have like anger, but it's being transmuted through you into just release, that's why. Because you are helping relieve some of the pressure of the collective. Okay? But you are in connection with so many others just like yourself. And everyone has the same mission. Spirit says sleeper cells. You all are divine sleeper cells, like sleeper agents, here to do a specific task as soon as Spirit gives the signal. And everyone is going to act in synchronicity, in sync with each other when Spirit gives that message. Okay? What is the, I'm going to read that in a second. What is surrounding the collective right now? Don't we know it? Look what's surrounding the collective right now. The devil energy, the energy of temptation, obsession, vices. We're going to clarify that in a minute. What's in the mind and the emotions of the collective? Two of Cups, connection. And we'll do the overall, the outcome in a second. But Spirit, let me read Christine's comment first. I used to tell my daughter to be the change in this world. Over the past couple years, I now realize we all need to be the change in this world. We all should have that desire, but all of us don't. And it's because all of us are not meant to. But those who are meant to feel it and they know it. And that's what this is all about. Her black line. Okay. What? Clarify the Lovers for me, Spirit. Whoa. They said tridem. Look. Come on, sleeper cells. Look what the mission is. To put an end to the fuck shit. To defend the collective. 7 of Wands is what led this reading. Okay. To restore independence. Okay. That's crazy. Because the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Cups were here. So a 7 and a 9. Okay. And then a 7 and a 9 again. 7 of Wands and a 9 again. Thank you, Blue Arc Institute. Blue Arc Institute. I would love to give light, frou-frou, love and light readings, but that ain't what I'm here to do. I've tried it. And we can do it every now and then. But that's not what we're here to do, honey. If spirit gives you a mission, you got to fulfill the mission. A love reading is cute, but what's a love reading in a world full of chaos? You're not going to be able to enjoy the love. All right, so confirmation on the lover's energy. That's Miss Curly Bangs. That's what you got me calling her, Black Lion. Miss Curly Bangs. Hazel. Hazel, come here. Mommy needs you. Come on. Come here. Come sit with me. Come on. She walking slow like she thinks she's in trouble. But yeah, we here to dead this bullshit. We're here to dead the bullshit. What's surrounding us is that devil energy, like I said. And it's some pretty devilish shit in those files and in this world. Clarify this energy, spirit. We got the Six of Wands here, Taurian energy. And two messages are coming off of this. So yeah, we're here to balance it. We are, bro, we literally the other side of these motherfucking scales that the six of Pentacles is holding. We are here to balance the scales. But also what I was getting from this was like the greed and the corruption. The way like they're sprinkling the little money to the peasants while, oh, this is a message. This person in the Six of Pentacles energy is a nobleman, someone of esteem, someone who has cash, someone who has fame, who has notoriety, and he's sprinkling the peasants with money. Here's some coins for you. Here's a few shillings, right? On top of the devil energy, the money that is being used is coming from nefarious activities. And we already had that confirmation if y'all been keeping up. But it just feels deeper. Definitely there's some death. I wanted to say death. Spirit said death. The money being used to help us is blood money. It's Six of Swords in the reverse, representing a stalemate. They're just giving us enough to get by, but not enough to live. Which, you know, we didn't need cards for that. We know that. We all live in it. But Six of Swords in reverse also speaks of a lack of empathy. I don't know why I need to say this, because everything that this specific placement is given is things that we already know, but a lack of empathy. It's kind of like Spirit wants me to drive home the point, as the late great Michael Jackson said, they don't really give a fuck about us. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Like, if y'all ever thought they did, they never did. They never gave a fuck. And I don't know why I need to say this to y'all, because I feel like y'all know that. But they're kind of like, so the example that they're giving me, there's been a lot of times where I've had like political conversations with certain people, and they would be like, oh yeah, well the government wouldn't do that. Or just think about the times like during, you know, Corona, when we was all in the house, like during, I don't know, anytime we've had like recessions or whatever, and you end up into these conversations with people and they're like, oh, well the government wouldn't do that. The government wouldn't do that. And my argument is always Puerto Rico, the Tuskegee experiment. Like, there's so many experiments done on people that it's insane for anyone to be able to fix their mouth to say what the government wouldn't do. That's just the surface. That's just the surface. Giving a whole community of people syphilis just to see what would happen and take notes on it. That's some deranged, fucked up shit. And then to still be living in this illusion where you're like, the government wouldn't do that. Y'all don't think that the government will give the whole world a virus and see who live and who don't? Like, literally, they don't care about life. They don't care about life. And I don't know why Spirit needs me to be so explicit with this particular point. Because we can see it every day. You can turn on the news and watch ICE show us how much, I'm sorry, Los Cielos, show us how much they give a fuck about life. But for whatever reason, Spirit wants to make this particular point clear. They give you enough to get by barely, and you still have to scrape. You still have to be in scarcity. But where they're getting the resources from, it's blood money. They're taking from you to give to you. They're taking from your fellow man. They're saying something about like the healthcare system. Letting them die, making money off of them, and then sprinkling us with some money. Like, there you go. See how we care. I don't know what this message is, but it's explicitly about the value of our lives. It's explicitly about the value of our lives. There needs to be this, and they're starting to awaken, maybe not fast enough, but there needs to be an awakening of, I just feel like there's still a group of people who still think that way. Like the government wouldn't, what the government wouldn't do. And I don't know why I'm needing to tell you. I think y'all know that. But maybe there's somebody in your life, or maybe there are going to be people who you meet who this conversation is going to come back up with, that you're needing to let them know. I don't know. But for whatever reason, they're wanting me to express that they don't give a fuck about life. Not ours, anyways. There may be an event upcoming where the collective feels like we can call their bluff, and they're going to show us that they're not bluffing. There may be a massive loss of life or an exposure of a previous loss of life. And I'm specifically thinking 9/11. So either that will be exposed, the truth behind it. I think we have seen that there was y'all know the country affiliation with that event, but I think it's deeper than that. Or there may be another event that happens similarly, but it's very clear, very apparent to us that it's not an accident, that it is not an outside attack, and it confirms to us that they don't give a fuck about our lives. I don't know why this particular point is so important, but it feels important to know. Okay. Mind and emotion is the Two of Cups energy, the energy of partnership. This doesn't feel romantic. This feels like connection. This feels like coming together of people. Spirit said soul tribe, Two of Cups energy, um, mask and femme uniting. That's beautiful, Spirit. What they told me is, you know how with the twin flame journey, you do have a masculine, you do have a feminine, and it comes together um, to make a whole. And whether you're in alignment with your twin flame or not, when you're on that journey, the mask within you and the femme within you come together to um, basically teach you like self-love and to, love yourself, prioritize yourself, give to yourself what you would expect anyone who you invited to love you to give you. They're showing me that, but on a massive scale, like on a worldwide scale. The masculine is being awakened by the feminine energy on this planet. There is going to be a union of masculine and feminine energy on this planet. And I'm not talking toxic masculine energy. I'm not talking red pill. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the divine feminine energies that are rising and have been rising, are awakening the divine mask energies, and they're coming together. To create stability, King of Pentacles energy, to create a plentiful, bountiful, beautiful world, to create something real and solid, to have people of good character in positions of power. If you all have been feeling, even on a platonic level, just drawn to, like if you identify specifically as masculine energy, you feel yourself being drawn to divine feminine energy. You feel yourself being drawn to want to protect or be supported by, under the tutelage of like divine feminine energy. That's a part of this. If you are a feminine energy and you feel drawn to very specific masculine energies, very healthy masculine energies, if you all have been engaging in healthy conversations with the opposing energy, like all of that is part of it. It's happening on an energetic level first. These nefarious forces, these people in power, they think they're winning, but they don't. Okay, Spirit said no, they don't. Okay, it's not even that they think they know they're not, but they're grasping at their thrones. Like they're wanting to stay in power, but the shifts that are happening energetically, they're aware of them as well. They're aware of them as well. There has been several plans that have been foiled by the collective not moving in a way that they expected us to. Just like, melanated people not going out here and using our bodies as shields. That's never happened. It's always been the expectation of melanated people. It's in us to be on the front lines, to speak out, but this time the ancestors said something different. They told us to sit the fuck down, and we sat. That was unexpected. And we're continuing to move in a way that they didn't expect. They didn't expect Renee Good and Alex Pretty. They didn't expect so many others to feel similarly. They didn't expect the awakenings that are happening. Now, whether it's disingenuous or not, I saw a video today where a young gay man, white man, said he had a conversation with his partner. And he said, if Los Cielos came to my job and wanted to like harm my coworkers, I don't have a problem with losing my life to protect them. And his partner was like, yeah, me either. They didn't expect that. They expected for people who lived a life of privilege to do everything that they could to keep that privilege. They expected for Black and brown people to rise up like we always have, and we didn't. And I feel like they are scrambling now because they don't know how. They're giving me a football reference. Basically, the collective changed the play in the middle of the play. They changed the play in the middle of the play. And so now they don't know how to defend against that. And even on offense, they don't know what our next move is going to be. Because we don't even know our next move. We all getting our information from the divine. Like I said, we're all connected. Hang one energy. We all in alignment, all connected, all receiving messages on what to do. And these nefarious forces don't have access to what we're tapped into, and they're fucking scrambling. They don't know. You right. You right, Black Lion. But the thing is, the audible wasn't audible. It was psychic. We all heard the play here. We didn't hear it with our ears. Nobody called it out. We just all knew. Actually, we're going this way. They don't know what our next move is because we don't know what our next move is. But when spirits say move, we're going to move just like that. Look, bottom of the deck is the freaking Page of Cups. We get them downloads together. They can't tap into it. They don't know how. And it's really weird because for years they've been studying the psychics. They have all of these projects, all of these experiments that they've been doing. And even now they can't figure it out. They can't figure it out. Even though we mad at Luda right now. Bruh, outcome. Ace of Cups, new beginnings spiritually. I told you it's happening spiritually first. And we get in the music directly from spirit through downloads that only we hearing. They can't tap into it. They can't tap into it. They studying us though. They watching us. They trying to figure it out. But they can't figure it out because we don't even know how it's done. We just know to move when we told to move. Okay. So yeah. That's that on that. Let's go ahead and get into some oracles. This is a time to be alive. Don't you agree? There's something about it. I think it's my Aquarius moon, but it's actually very invigorating to me. It's very exciting to me because I know what it's all for. What crystal spirit? Spirit? What crystal spirit? Juju, what are you doing? Playing with a straw. Euclid, number 23. Didn't I say only we could hear it? Look at this. The very first word in the essential meaning: wisdom from within, inner truth, aligning with divine intelligence, trusting your own earned wisdom. Like, I don't be making this shit up. I'm tapped in. Okay, Spirit just be telling me literally what I said. We all connected. We are all in alignment with the divine intelligence. We all doing what they tell us to do when the time to do it is time to be done. All right. When you are distracted by all the noise and stimulation that are a part of our lives now, it can be hard to trust that you have what it takes to make wise choices. The appearance of Euclid's spirit is a sign that valuable insights can be found through tapping into your divine intelligence. When it comes to knowing the truth, there is no substitute for lived experiences that has been recalled and examined. Through a process of alchemy, your experiences have generated wisdom that can guide you when you feel lost or confused. You know more than you think. Trust your inner wisdom, for it is guided by the conscious universe. You are learning that fear can distort your intuitive intelligence, so release any worry and tune in within. You have a vast library of knowledge available to you and wise and loving guidance that will help you. Akashic records. That's what this is. We're tapping into the Akashic records. That's why Spirit is saying, like, what we're learning here, you're going to need it in the next incarnation. And some of us have already been here and came into this bitch with the knowledge. Like, we're already tapped into the Akashic records. We already know the past and the present. That's why that timeline, when I was trying to explain to y'all about how we're living right now, the beginning of the future, but it's going to be the past when we come back. Like, it's Akashic record. Duh, bitch. Duh, bitch. We out here time jumping around in the Akashic library. Like, duh. All right, let's get some moonology messages. Sometimes it take a minute. Sometimes I gotta connect a dot or two. All right, Spirit. What is it that the collective needs to know? Moonology. What message do you have for me? Show the world the real you. Now, y'all remember that last reading? What they had said. Shout out to the Girl Scout. I'm not gonna be fat with you. Show the world the real you. I said in the last reading that you are equipped with certain gifts, skills, and talents, and it is time for you to step out of the what? Spiritual closet and live in your truth. No matter how weird somebody thinks you are, no matter if people start thinking you crazy. If you have dreams, write your dreams down. Talk about your dreams. Get the message from your dreams. If you're psychic, clairvoyant, if you tap in with the ancestors, whatever, every spiritual ability and talent that you have, you need to be using it now. Okay? I've been feeling guided to do deeper channel messages. Like, really just sitting for an hour, 45 minutes, and just channeling and just writing down everything that they're telling me. And then bringing you all those messages. We have to do more with our spiritual gifts. There's more that we're needing to do with our abilities. It's time. Now is the time. Okay. The next card out says the end of a tough cycle approaches. It's been real ghetto outside. But that's now coming to an end. And this is the full moon in Capricorn. Funny enough, Saturn, the planet that rules Capricorn, is leaving the very last sign, which is the end of a cycle, Pisces, and entering into Aries, which is the beginning of a new cycle. So, confirmation of that. We are leaving a tough time. in this new cycle that we're entering into, Saturn in Aries, that's a rise of leadership. That is the beginning of justice. That is, people are about to be held accountable, baby. These motherfuckers are going to be held accountable whether they know it or not. They may not want to, but they're about to be. And new leadership is coming in to being. I feel that. Bruh, but of course, they're not going to go out easy. Full moon in Aries. Oh, they going out with a bang, honey. It's going to be a climax. Which brings me back to that energy I was feeling in that last reading. Remember I said there's something more going to happen. It's going to be big. They're not going to just release their seat of power and say, okay, well, I guess our reign is over. Let's go about our business. No. They're finna go down in flames. They're going down in a fiery war. Like, they not just finna they not. But that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Bottom of the deck, look at the bigger picture. That's what we're here for. So start showing up authentically, y'all. Yes, it was, Christine. Start showing up authentically. Don't be afraid to be who you are for your pride. Whether that's psychically, creatively. If you have, what's this man's name? Cure for paranoia. Some of y'all may not feel psychic, but y'all are creative as fuck. And the reason why I bring up Cure for Paranoia is because this man made a political rap for 365 days a year. Every day he had a new rap, new beat, talking about the bullshit that was going on. And whether he knows it or not, that shit was inspirational as fuck to so many people. That shit kept people's spirits up. That gave people hope. That even if they still were able to look at the world and be like, this shit is some bullshit, there was something in that 1 minute of political rap entertainment that woke them up in some way that they may not even understand. Even if you don't feel psychic, use your creative energy. Use your voice. Speak up. Say some shit. Paint some provocative something. Paint. Create, sculpt how you feel in these moments. How the world looks to you right now. Because even without words, that type of creation speaks to people, wakes people up, motivates people. You always start where your passion is. I promise you, you all's purpose and your passion go together real bad. Real bad. Start with the things you're passionate about. Ask Spirit to guide your creation and see what you come up with. If you're a poet, just start fucking writing. If you don't rhyme shit, if you just like to write, just start fucking writing. Share your creations. And watch how you motivate somebody. Watch how you inspire somebody. I was going to do the African goddesses, but we're going to go to the other goddesses today. start. Don't matter what it looked like in the beginning. Just start. All right, which goddesses would like to speak to my collective? Zanahari. She's pretty. Putting on her earrings. Imagination. You don't know where to start? Imagination. That's a place to start. And it's a unicorn. What's that about? Then in the back, you can see the moon. There's a comet. That's a beautiful card. And Allah, girl, boy, friend, they them. Allah, that goddess of grief. A book at the bottom of the deck. So let's see what she's about. She's the first card, number 1. That's interesting. I said what I said. Okay. So a book is a Akol book, Dinka, Nur, Atwat in Sudan. Okay. A book, goddess of fertility, reigns over the conditions of her birth. Oh, wait. Reigns over plants and water. Her power stem from the conditions of her birth. The supreme being planted seeds in a clay pot from which she and her husband emerged fully formed after an eternal night. Because she sprang from seeds, Abuk embodies the wisdom of the harvest. Abuk and her husband walked the earth for eons, observing the abundance hidden among the flora. Abuk developed a strong rapport with the plants, and they whispered to Abuk, revealing the secrets of their tending and harvesting, including proper rituals for water and irrigation. Eventually, the Supreme Being shares with Abuk the magic of her cultivation, her wisdom roots in the fecund earth, amply watered, seeds go to sprout, a verdant potential is realized. If you are pulling this card, the ancestors are prompting you to tend to the seeds you've already planted. Do not let the earth go fallow. Your ideas, projects, and collaborations deserve to be nurtured and watered. Borrow a book's green thumb to bring your dreams to fruition. Invitation, remember who you are. Know your power. Advocate for yourself. You are infinitely resourced. So you could start, Black Lion, with some shit you already started and put down. How about that? Could be something that you thought you was too grown to be doing anymore. Go back to it. Go back to it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and head to Zanahari. Number 29 may be significant to you. Okay. And this is a beautiful card. And it says, Zanaharibe, Andrea Monitra, Malagasy, and Madagascar. Zanahari is many things to the people of the island country of Madagascar. There are many versions of this deity in various Malagasy cosmologies. You can find Zanahari represented as above/below, as the directions north, east, south, and west, or as the supreme deity. Some myths convey Zanahari as either a genderless or a two-spirit deity, with both male and female aspects. In these situations, Zanahari is often referred to in her feminine aspect as sky, and in her masculine aspect as earth. One energy cannot exist without the other. Balance is achieved when we make room for both and of nature and everything in between. Emerging from cosmic dust, Zanahari is all-powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing. Since bringing herself into existence, there has been a systematic and strategic erasure of her feminine aspect. Now, where have we seen that lately? In this deck, we refuse to let her feminine sky aspect be subjugated, and we defiantly name Zanahari a goddess. If you draw this card, the ancestors are asking you to notice those moments where your visibility is being compromised, either by others or by your own doing. Be confident in what you create and where your strengths lie and what your contributions are. You are emboldened to claim all of who you are. Invitation. Resist invisibility. Bring all of you to the table in order to achieve balance. Yo, this card immediately made me think about when I was just telling you that the divine feminine and the divine masculine were coming together globally. That's exactly what this energy is. Both of those energies combined are what Zanahari embodies, except that the feminine energy has been suppressed for centuries on this earth. Feminine energy has been suppressed, even in religious texts. And for some years now, divine feminine energy has been rising back up to reclaim her position. And that is partially what we're witnessing here, okay, with everything that's going on. So, number 38, imagination. Angola, Chad, Ethiopia, Nigeria, and South Africa. With sightings in every corner of the continent, the unicorn is a singular and impressive animal. The unicorn is a quixotic creature that has lived on the edge of human imagination from time immemorial. Shrouded in mystery, the unicorn has become a symbol of benevolent power, bestowing hope and possibility in those regions where unicorn lore lives. The existence of the unicorn in the imagination represents an unexplored path to the unknown and the unseen. While there is no obvious path to this as yet undisclosed destination, the unicorn's horn is a needle on this cosmic compass. Follow it, and you will be in alignment with the universe. Like the seafaring adventurers from ancient Africa who explored the world thousands of years ago, allow yourself to surrender the enchanting seduction of curiosity. Let wonder be your guide. Vision beyond the horizon. Imagine beyond the cosmos. Invitation. Imagination and curiosity are your ancestral inheritances. Ignite them every day. So use your imagination as you try to create. And lastly, pero like not leastly, we have Allah. Now, in the other deck, Allah does represent grief. Like I said, some of you all may be feeling the emotions of the collective. Feel that shit. do it for the collective, all right? Because you are releasing the pressure for the rest of the collective. So, Ani, Ala Aja, Ana, Ale, Ali, Igbo, Nigeria. Allah, meaning earth in the Igbo language of eastern Nigeria, represents the totality of everything that is or ever was earthbound. As earth, Allah stands at the threshold between the living who walk upon her and the dead who are interred within her, human, plant, and animal alike. She watches over pregnant mothers, nurtures children as they are in the womb, accompanies them as they mature, and receives them back into the earth body at the end of their lives. Allah, the mother of all things, is fecund, fertile, and fruitful. The goddess Allah is bursting with potential of life, venerated during all phases of agricultural process. Allah's energy is ignited as seeds are planted, as the crops sprout, as the harvest rituals are performed. Allah supports the entirety of the life cycle, even extending her nature and attention into the endeavors of the afterlife. With her unique dominion over life from conception to ancestor, Allah integrates the two worlds. She teaches us that caring for the earth, where our ancestral bodies lie, is a way to build profound relationships with ancestors. Allah reminds us that tending to our bodies is a sacred skill that reflects how we tend to the earth. This is an ancestral imperative. We are the earth and the earth is us. There is no distinction between all that is living and all that is dead. Invitation: you are not separate from Mama Earth. Do unto her as you would do unto yourself. So if you be out here littering, but you wouldn't litter up your body or litter up your house, why would you do it to her? In my Hazel London voice, why would you come to them other people's club? Me and my homegirl don't like that. All right, let's get your postcard, your angel number, and your song message. Pero like, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Something's happening for sure. Two of them. And I just feel like it's going to be a good thing. But of course, it's going to get worse before it gets better because people are people. But overall, I feel like things are going to be getting better soon. Interesante. First angel number says, dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but your first, the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering into the age of consciousness. It is time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multisensory and multidimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover the essential truths here on earth, where we all agreed to play. Today, trust your spidey senses, read between the lines, tune into the stories behind the stories, and your world will show you miracles. Fear not, we are right here. Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible. So tap into your spirit, your intuition, which I feel like a lot of you all are doing intentionally or unintentionally, but really pay attention to what you're feeling, seeing, hearing, sensing right now, because you're not wrong. Okay? Dearest you, there is only one you, and you have a unique path and a special purpose. You are supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it is up to you how you choose to live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards. But you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you've come? Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now and not what someone else has. We love you immensely, and your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Loving you forever and ever. Yo. This sentence, you are supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it is up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to strip away what's false. Spirit literally has said in that channel message, where did it go? Like, you're literally here to experience something that you never thought you could. And it is all part of your development into a higher being. Like, they started the message with the same message that they ended the message with. Like, spirit be eaten. 22. Opportunities. Expansion, possibilities, courage, exploration, growth, and fearlessness. Think big and expand your horizons as far as possible. Don't set limits on yourself or what you believe is possible. Don't let fear stop you from opening your mind to possibilities or opportunities you might have otherwise missed. What opportunities are you missing out on because of self imposed limitations or fear? Your song message. The old me is dead and gone, dead and gone, dead. If you was a scary ass bitch in the past, you can't be that no more. You got to start living authentically, as the previous reading stated. You got to start being who you are. You got to start walking in your gifts. You cannot be fearful of what may happen. Okay? Because you're going to reincarnate here or in the higher realms, and your purpose is going to help the collective tremendously. So it's time to let the old version of yourself fall away and walk authentically in your truth. Okay, so that's the message. Gang yang. I'm going to go ahead and clean these cards up. You know what time it is. Go ahead and drop your numbers in the comments. 1 through 50. I see we have lost some people. And I guess they just won't get a chance to win the reading. So drop your numbers in the comments, 1 through 50. Lady and the OG said 7. Drop your numbers in the comments. Drop your numbers in the comments. Some of y'all ain't subscribed, I see. Because I'm sure those numbers would already be on the screen. But you can't. Because you didn't subscribe. So now you got to wait 5 minutes. And by then I would have picked the number. This is why it pays to subscribe. Black Lion said 22. I see it. Black Lion. Make sure. 22. 22. Yes. 22. Drop your numbers in the comments, 1 through 50. Not the gang disappeared. That's all right. Also, if y'all want to join the Discord, the link is in the description box. But that's where we be talking shit. And be talking about stuff y'all don't be having no knowledge of. So if y'all be lost when we be talking, that's why. Because it be side conversations. 2 numbers? I guess that makes it real easy, huh? And y'all spaced out too. Now, if you don't win the reading because you're just lurking and watching, that's fine. That don't mean that it's not for you. That doesn't mean there's not a message in it that is targeted at you by Spirit. Probably because you don't be listening when Spirit be talking to you regular degular. So if you get hit by the message is yours, honey. No need to second guess. It's for you too, boo. Any more numbers? There's 80 y'all in here. Does that mean 60 y'all ain't subscribed and 60 y'all can't comment because y'all not subscribed? Is that what that means? All right. So we're going with Lady N, the OG, or Black Lion. Let's see who gets the closest. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Okay, wait. Here. There we go. That's the one. And the winner is Zam. It's you, Black Lion. 35. 35. So, what is your question, Black Lion? Where did my timestamps go? Better have, you stupid. You gonna do that and they gonna hit you with a hell of a message. Talking all that shit. They gonna like, now let's talk about what you better have. All right, what's the question, Black Lion? Felt like gambling or bingo for a second. Trying to see if your number gonna come out. B9. Black Lion writing a dissertation. Get the cool, do. Get the cool shine. That might be somebody's jam. What's the name of that song? Get the cool, do. Get the cool shine. He open. You open? Okay. Y'all be real brave with the open messages. They can come at you with anything. Anything. All right, let's see. Open message for Black Lion. Spirit, savagely attack anybody else who needs this message. I mean, straight for the throat. Get them in the throat, Spirit. Let me do the overall energy with this deck. What's the overall energy for Black Lion? And whoever else needs to be savagely attacked by this man. Okay, they tossed that thing up. Daughter of Cups. That is the Page of Cups. That message of intuition. Tony, you late, baby. And you would have won if you would have came on time. Oh. Look, remember when I said Spirit gonna tell you how to move and you gotta move just like that? Daughter of Cups energy and the Ace of Wands. Spirit is intuitively going to let you know what actions to take. Ace of Wands is like inspired action. You're going to be inspired by the divine, how to move. Ooh, right underneath that is the Empress energy. Move in a way that creates growth and fertility within your life. This is also kind of giving that even though you are masculine, and I feel that you operate very strongly out of masculine energy, that you're being guided to tap into your feminine energy, and feminine energy is that creative energy. Okay. Spiritual energy as well is feminine energy. Water. That was a Ludacris song message, yes. I used to love him. Okay. Seven of Swords with the Ace of Swords. With the Page of Pentacles. With the Queen of Pentacles. Literally, Spirit is saying, we're going to give you a download. And we need you to act on that immediately. We're going to give you a strategy. And we're going to need you to take action on that immediately. We're going to have you plant a seed. And that seed is going to grow. And not only is that seed going to grow abundantly, it's going to be able to feed others. Six of Pentacles energy. Let's tap a little bit more into this. It feels pretty direct though. Tell me about the Seven of Swords here. Bro, that's crazy. Now, I don't feel like this is literal. So don't be out here murking nobody. But whoever resonates with this message, Seven of Swords energy is about like also like strategy and deception. And what I was seeing, if you can see, she's somebody down the stairs. Um, and I kind of feel like there's something or someone that needs to be sacrificed in order for you to make a certain move that you need to make. It feels like there's somebody in the way, and you're needing to dead the situation in order to transform. There's a cycle that is present in your life that needs to end in order for you to make the type of moves that spirit needs you to make the kind of breakthroughs that spirit needs you to make. Tell me about the seed. Thank you, Tony. Tell me about the seed. Bruh, look at the seed. They said if you plant the seed, that's crazy because we got all of those fertility messages in the African goddesses. If you plant the seed, we will, shine our divine light on it to make sure that it grows. We just need you to put in the action of planting that seed. The message of that card literally says success lies ahead of you if you keep to the path. Glory, gain, satisfaction, radiance, positivity, strength, and vitality. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles energy. This is independent wealth, independent stability, okay? Entrepreneurial energy. So whatever this is that you're meant to do, whatever it is that spirit is guiding you to do that shit. Thank you, Tony. Because it's going to lead you to some type of abundance. It's going to lead you to something that can not only just help yourself, but it will help others. Spirit is saying the reason why this is being gifted to you. Oh, they just showed me the Nine of Cups too. The reason why this is gifted to you is because they trust that you will do what you're supposed to with the gift. This is being gifted to you because you're not a selfish person. You're not the kind of person who would hoard the wealth for yourself. Okay? Tell me more, Spirit. What is the angel number for this message? Two of them. And the first one says 2222. Stick to it. The second one says breaking old patterns. So stop talking about what you can't do, what you couldn't do. You don't know what to do. Break that pattern. The new pattern is waiting for the divine to give you the message, receiving the message, and doing what you're being told to do with said message. All right, so 2222, stick to it. Persistence, patience, progress, steadfast, goal, manifestation, and preparation. Choose a path and stick to it, making slow and steady progress. This card signifies the need for patience and consistent effort while working towards a significant goal or manifestation. Ensure that all aspects of your plan are organized and aligned. What path are you currently following, and how can you stay committed to make steady progress towards your goal? Review the current plans. Ensure everything is in order. Take one actionable step today towards your goal and commit to making consistent progress, no matter how small. 818. Breaking old patterns. Patterns, reflection, change, growth, mindsets, and cycles. Pause and reflect before moving forward with any project. Even if you're deeply invested, taking time to reconsider can benefit everyone involved. Avoid getting stuck in the negative thought patterns, as what we focus on tends to manifest. What old patterns or negative thoughts are holding you back? How can you break these cycles and focus on positive change? Take time for personal retreat or journal about patterns you want to change. Reflect on past experiences, shift your mindset, and introduce small but positive changes that will help build healthier habits. Both of these are saying start with something small and do it consistently. So that is definitely the first place for you to start. Find something small that you can change and do that shit every day. All right. And what is the song messages for Black Lion or whoever needed to hear that message. Oh, 17 by Music Soul Child. I tried to cut her off, but she wasn't having it. She tried to tell me that her age didn't mean shit. And that's when she started to cry. Baby, I need you in my life. And without you, I just couldn't handle it. So what's a brother to do? 'Cause either way I lose. So I could just say my piece and piss off her peeps and talk it out with the boys in blue. 'Cause when it comes down to it, I hope what you need to cut off ain't a child, ain't a 17-year-old little girl. Hopefully we're not doing no Epstein shit. But what I'm getting from this is whatever it is that you need to be doing, maybe something that was significant to you in your teens. Not you. In your teens. So let's say maybe you did used to like write music when you was a teenager. Maybe you used to write rhymes. Maybe you used to sing a little bit. Maybe you was in a choir and you left it alone. You put away childish things or what you considered childish, and you grew up and you forgot about how painting made you feel. You forgot about how writing, singing, rapping made you feel. And now Spirit is saying, hey, remember when you were 17? Remember that activity you used to do? Like, it's time to go back to that. It's time to start that up again. It's time to reignite that passion. And this time, stick to it. There may have been some type of like generational curse, some type of like family patterning that made you put it down in the first place. Maybe you came from like a musical family, but like several generations of singers got to a certain point in their career and they just gave up on it or for whatever reason. Great grandma, she was this famous singer locally or statewide. She could have went far, but then granddaddy kept on knocking her up and she just decided she was going to be a homemaker. Gave up her dream. And then one of her kids grew up, started singing whatever, was really talented, winning all the talent shows, got a scholarship, went to school, and decided that maybe music wasn't going to be a great career choice. Maybe it wasn't going to be no money because everybody don't get famous. So they decided to switch their major to some other shit that was responsible. And now here you are, the child of one of those kids, and you put down the same talent for whatever reason. And Spirit is saying, no, one of y'all motherfuckers was supposed to carry the talent all the way through to the finish line. And so now we need it to be you. So we need you to pick it back up. Okay? It could be something like that. But yeah, that's the message. Whatever Spirit is leading you to do, you gotta goddamn do it. Because whether you see it now or not, whether it makes sense to you now or not, it's going to be very important in the future that you follow through with whatever this was. You might just be like Cure for Paranoia and be that one thing that people pick up their phone for every day just for a moment of happiness in a chaotic ass world. Even though what he's rapping about is the chaos. But he's speaking truth to power in those songs. And maybe that's what you're here to do too. But you don't know unless you pick up the passion. So, but I'm going to go ahead and digress and digest and leave it right there. So, if anything in this message resonated for you, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. If you're looking for personal readings, you can book at SavyCynthia.com. If you want to join the Discord, it's in the description box. If you want to become a channel member, hit the join button. If you want to join Patreon, it's also in the description box. Okay? Anything you need to know about me, including all of my other socials, are in the description box. I'm no longer on TikTok. I think I deleted it. I probably didn't. I'm not on TikTok anymore. But follow my Instagram. We need to get up to 1K so that we can go live over there too. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. And until the very next time I read for you all, I wish you all love and light. Now go get right. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, gang. See you in the Discord, Black Lion.